Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast. With me, Mats. It's been a little bit of a while because I've been playing some other games, mostly Freedom Planet to build myself up for Freedom Planet 2, which is I'm gonna start recording here. When you see this, the day after it's up, so I'll probably be a little bit of a lull in my Comedy Heroes 2 videos while I play that game, but that's not why you're here. You're here to watch some Spearheads. It's on the Eastern Front today on the Forgotten Battle. Let's go through the players. Representing the Germans, we have Smokey as Fallschirmjäger Division straight out the gates. And Tony, also still Wehrmacht, or without a commander choice at the moment. Representing the Soviet Union today, we have Jeven 007, 007, ooh, with Shock Army straight at the gates. And we have Dub Enforcer as Motorstrelke, straight out the gates. Several conscripts going down to the battlefield here to your ground for the might of the Soviet Union. Pretty basic opening as we usually see. The Germans are moving up with their own infantry. We have a command choice for Tony, it is Infanterie, so the Germans are not going to be very armor heavy. This is going to be a very infantry focused match for the Germans today, I think. Will that be enough to stop the Soviet hordes? Of course, we'll find out. Conscripts are just moving around securing territory here. Moving nice and quickly. I also had a lag of Comedy Heroes 2 replays, so that's also why you didn't see many. But I'm gonna change my recording schedule, I think, while I am recording Freedom Planet 2. That's gonna be coming out, so the Comedy Heroes 2 videos will be out in the evenings rather than, you know, noon like it is at the moment. At least in my time. I'm not sure what it is for most of the people who watch. Probably very different. But I suppose I'll find out. Also put some more intervals in some of the recordings, just to spread things out. And we'll have the Germans trying to use this building here. Volksgrenadiers inside, trying to fight off all the Soviets. And the Soviets have also reached the point up here, trying to prevent the Wehrmacht from getting up to the fuel points. But the Soviets still need to get the connection here. And the Wehrmacht has managed to take the southern fuel. Will certainly help them a little bit. We have an early Jeep here available to Motorstrelke, armed with a Dushka on top. I've seen people use this pretty well recently, so it's actually surprisingly good. Several Grenadiers into the northern flank, but they're being hit by the Dushka. Oh yeah, getting some good shots in there. We have 50 caliber Russian machine gun. But the Sappers are taking hot shots up here. Just gonna change the targets. Oh, we might get rifle grenade though. Yeah, I don't think the Jeep noticed in time. It managed to dodge the rifle grenade though. And we have close quarters combat going on still here up in the town. Not really working out in the Germans' favor. He has some Fallschirm Pioneers. Cheaper early game unit available to Fallschirmjäger Division. But I think they're getting a little bit overrun here by all the Russian rifles. Just doing a good job still, trying to keep the Germans off the point. Looks like the Germans will be unable to take the point for now. You know, the Soviets are still sending troops into the center of town. Use the buildings to their advantage. So we do have an MT-42 arriving here for the Fallschirmjägers. The Infantry Division is having a little bit of a harder time. They're going to try and get close to the Jeep here, using another rifle grenade. This one was also dodged. And the Jeep has just been very good at dodging them. But he might lose his gunner here. Now it looks like the Germans just lose their willpower there and run off. They want to risk them in case everything went bad. Because it could happen. I also hope my voice is a little bit clear because I did change my voice settings and microphone settings for when I did the Freedom Planet playthrough, so I'm gonna see if this sticks around, if it sounds better. You never know. I have to do a lot of experimentation with OBS sometimes, especially with the new updates that just hit. The new update has sometimes had this issue where it would not actually record, so I have to close down the program and try to record again. Annoying, but that's just how life is, I guess. Good grenade, almost killing the MT-42, but not enough. MP-4 is on the Volksgrenadier. Can actually be armed with MT-34s if you're playing as Fallschirmjäger, which is a pretty interesting upgrade for the folks. Ooh, not looking good for the Pioneers here. And that's a dead Pioneer squad. They could not throw the Gebäudeladung because they were reloading their gun. If you try to reload your gun, I believe it prevents that model from throwing the grenade. MT-42 opening up here on the Sappers, stretching target to the Universal Carrier. Able to shock army. Armor-piercing bullets have been loaded though. But the gunner's dead. There's only one guy left. But did he kill the gunner of the universal carrier? And actually destroy it. Very nice. They give the Germans quite some time. I think the MD-40 is actually working out for the Germans here on all those Volksgrenadier. Maxim's gonna try and kill the machine gunner. Looks like the Soviets gonna retreat though. But the MD-42 has to get back and get reinforced.
Our headquarters has been improved. We can now build
Unless they went into the Renaissance for Fort HQ. We have some infantry for the infantry division moving up. Use survival grenades. Not having the best of luck with them. Also a little bit munitions expensive. Intensive. Maxim's barely been hit by it. Well, now these Grenadiers are in big trouble. The Wehrmacht Infantry Division is not doing too hard. Lost 2 squads in quick succession. Well, the Fallschirmjäger Division is doing their best down here with the MP40s on the Fox. Fort HQ has been set up here by the Fallschirmjägers. We have a bunker being set up here by the Pioneers, probably to cover the southern flank. That also means the Pioneers can probably safely move up to secure the next point. We have a half-track on the field here, arriving for Motor Strelki. Also, we're gonna have a full shock trooper unit coming out soon for the shock army. Now, the Motor Strelki is pushing up pretty far here. Even forced the Wehrmacht's mortar back. Infantry Division is having a very hard time today. There's some mines being led here by the Fallschirm Pioneer. A quick little minefield. Need to get behind cover, I think. But they do have the point. Throwing a steel handgranate. And a grenade in return from the Soviets. Oh, and they walk right into it. And then the mines go off and killing them. Oh, that's horrible. Maxim has been recruited. The MT-42 can still hit them from here. Now the Soviets know there's a Fort HQ, but the Russians are threatening near the German base. There's no base defenses on this version of the map. The Germans need to really hold on here. Keep pushing up again. But they killed the gunner. And the Germans cleared out. We also have an Aufklar arriving here. Might have to be the opening that the Germans were waiting for, but we have a half-track arriving. Looks like the Soviets are gonna fall back though. Officers gonna try and call in an artillery barrage. Deepest half-tracks are opening up with its American 50 caliber machine gun. Well, now the artillery strikes are going in. The Germans did not suffer too many losses though. They didn't lose a unit. Almost lost the Grenadier though, but the half-track is pushing up. Shock troopers now trying to push up here. No weapon loadout on them at the moment. Probably can't afford it, but it's very costly. And they must be in their own territory anyway. Half-track is pushing up to take shots here. Grenadier securing the center of the town. Shock troopers are waiting some kind of order, I imagine, where they can get to work. Dushkas are now inside this building. Before he's trying to do their best. That's a lot of firepower coming their way now. Molotov as well. Oh, and the folks do not get out in time.
We are suffering losses.
Also the service are relocating. We also have some Fallschirmjägers on the flank here. Elite German paratroopers. Used as elite shock infantry rather than paratroopers later in the war, I believe. I also do believe they fought on the Eastern Front, but I'm not sure how much. I mostly know them from the Western Front, where they got the nickname the Green Devils from the Allies. Because of their signature uniform being very green looking with its camouflage, and the fact they were very good at fighting. It caused a lot of issues, especially in urban environments, especially in France. Forced the service to retreat there. That's a very awkward retreat path. That might be that conscript squad, indeed. The Grenadiers took care of it. We have seen the MG42s being equipped on them, but they should probably have gone for the 100 round version. It's only 10 more munitions, but they probably did not know that. Sometimes people make that as mistake. It's completely fine. I'm just sure the 100 round version is better than the 50 round version in every aspect, I'm pretty sure. Or the HQ's gonna try and hold here. The Soviets are threatening it with their presence. Mthis pushing up here against the half-track. 50 caliber quickly loading up into them. 5 grenades going out. Oh, they don't fire because they don't have line of sight. Oh, one hits. Killing the gunner. About to be immobilized? Nope, just engine damage. Germans need to work hard to get some territory back while they can. Oh, Fallschirmjäger's killed it with a Panzer first. That'll certainly help the German cause. And Fallschirmjäger infantry are pretty potent, so they can do a lot of damage, especially with a full upgrade of FT-42s. Unique Fallschirmjäger weapon. Also laying some mines, good to see. As most German infantry can lay mines, and they need to make good use of them. But can they take care of all the Soviets up here is the question. They can get behind good cover there, they could capture this point safely. Probably more than this lieutenant. Oh yeah, look at that! One burst almost basically killed them. Actually, they did kill them. Now there's a Valentine coming away though, they need to avoid that. Like, Fallschirmjägers can be very lethal. Ooh, and now the Conscripts try to flank, but the FT-42s mowed them down. Very good play there of the Fallschirmjägers. And they also heal when out of combat, by the way. So they don't need to get an actual medic. We're gonna try and Panzerfaust, but there's a von Wiege nearby. But you do get the Valentine! At the cost of one brave soldier. And they're gonna force Steel Handgranate. And that's gonna force the Soviets off. Like, those Fallschirmjägers are getting a lot of work done. I did kinda expect they would. We do have a Panzer IV F1 and more of the German infantry preparing to push up on this flank. But the Grenadiers do not have an easy time pushing up there. Shock troopers are engaging with the Fallschirmjägers. At long range, that should be the Fallschirmjägers' advantage. That's two very elite infantry squads. It looks like they've actually been suppressed by the Soviets due to the PPSHs and another Valentine. Looks like the F1 got destroyed, out of control. Well, that might be the end of those Fallschirmjägers.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
They're not gonna get out of there, I think. Oh yeah, that's the wrong retreat path. Oh. And that's a brutal loss. That's a very brutal loss. They were probably trying to retreat back here. Not a good one for the Fallschirmjägers. We do see another F1 coming out here. You know, the Soviets are getting a lot more units on the ground. And they'll be securing territory. But Germans still hold on down here with the MT-42. Lots of firefights going on. The MT-42 should just be superior in this engagement, and indeed the Soviets pull back from that. F1 pushing up with some of the support. Infantry is moving up with their troops, including the MT-42 for support. Valentine tank could probably fight the F1 potentially. The F1 does not have the biggest gun, and the Valentine has a pretty decent gun for its size. Oh yeah, good shot there, jamming the turret. Ooh, almost getting the F1 there. Germans are lacking stuff to fight it.
The enemy is trying to destroy a structure.
I don't underestimate Valentines. Valentines are pretty decent. I believe the Soviets were also very glad, very happy about the Valentines. They actually enjoyed them a lot. I started using them as aggressive recon tanks, basically. Been spotted by enemy armor! Looking good for the Germans. Looks like there's still a DPM up here, and indeed the Germans have to pull back again. Shock troopers trying to get up on the flank. That could be very dangerous if they get into a good position. There's an MG42 nearby though. Just out of range though, and this... Oh, it can still hit. We also have Aufklar here to spot for the MG42. Indeed, the shock troopers fall back because of it. He's 17 in the center with the T-34-76 coming up behind. And he has taken up positions inside the residential areas. The best of their ability. Having a long-range firefight with the Dushka. It looks like the Grenadiers might win out thanks to their long-range Kar-98s. If you have Valentine pushing up here again. F1 is ready for action again. And looks like the Germans might steal the Jeep. Yep, so the Germans are now still in this Dushka Jeep. But Serbs are preparing to push now, especially with the T-34-76 arriving. You just need the infantry behind it to push up. Oh, 48 squads got taken out by the Sis gun. Very nice. The MG42 might also be lost here to the Maxim. That's not looking good for the German front line. That's a lot of losses, very quick succession. MG42 is actually going to get out of there. That's surprising. Just Jeep rushing up here. There's a Maxim though waiting for it. And he's getting up on the flank. F1 pushing up as well. Mthis pushing up here. But they spot the Grenadiers. And likewise. 5 crates going out there aiming for the AT gun and they actually cleared out. But F1 goes down anyway. Not looking good there for the Germans, but they did take out the Sis crew, but the Soviets can just reman it. 70 pushing over the shrapnel round. Doesn't need much, just the walls and such. Soviets are trying to dig in with a bunker as well, but the Grenadiers are shooting it to pieces. And now the German Jeep is opening up. There's a T-34 nearby and a Sis gun. And there we go, that's the Jeep gone. Looks like the Germans are airdropping in some weapons. A machine gun and a Raketenwerfer, not bad. Those can both be very handy in the Serbian environment. Valentine pushing up here for the Soviet Union. Aufklar got hit there. Looks like he manages to back off. Only having lost one of his mates. Grenadiers do have Panzerfaust on them, they just need to get close enough. Very hard angle to attack though. Because if they get around the corner, you have the motor trail, the Odon nearby to cut them down. But Panzerfaust goes off. Almost killing that, actually does kill that Valentine. T-34-76 with shock troopers on the back. They need to get close to use their PPSHs though. They have a minute. They lose some of their weapon range when they're on on the back of the tank. But that's brutal right there. I don't think the Germans can fight that. They do have the Raketenwerfer ready. Oh, good shot, but the shock troopers jump out of it. But there's another MG42 back here. But they are immune to suppression while behind the tank. They throw smoke grenades. And throw a Limonka. They do a lot, but they managed to fall back without losing any members. They lose the tank though, but the T-34-76 is not too expensive. We have a glider coming in, so we might see the Soviet airborne arriving. Unique battle group available to Odon, or the motor Strelky. Wonder where they'll land with the glider. But this is a unique. I rarely see the Soviet airborne being utilized. Or they're gonna land far behind German lines. No, they're landing back here. And they can also recruit Soviet airborne from it. Also right with the T-70. Order and a Dushka. So they have a lot of equipment with them. Well, cool to see the Soviet airborne being used.
One of our emplacements is under attack.
A very intriguing operation, and looks like we might have a Beuterpanzer here for the Wehrmacht if they can secure it. Which will certainly help them. Pioneers trying to flank here. Unfortunately, the squad leader of the, or not squad leader, but one of the members of the tank hunters have a PPSH. More mines being led here by the Germans. Good use of the off mines. Having more than opening fire as well. They're really trying to pressure down the Germans in the town. Oh, good heavy mortar killing the Pioneers working on repairing the T-34. T-70 pushing on the northern flank, but there's a pack now. Because of an M-chest Sherman arriving here. A bunch of Pioneers get pinned down by the Dushka. But grenade manages to go off. Will it kill him? It does.
One of our machine guns has been silenced.
Not so long that the Soviets are preparing to push down here. They don't know about the bunker though, I'm pretty sure. Most of the fight is going on up over here in this field at the moment. M-Chen now revealing itself. Oh, T-70 gets taken out here by the pack. That's actually going to reveal the pack, and that's going to force that Sherman to not move too close. Your stormtroopers on the field as well. Unique unit available to infantry for assaulting. Boy, the Panzer moving up down the street, dueling with the Soviet T-34. Not sure who wins that fight, but there is a shock trooper behind. Throwing a satchel charge. Oh, right behind. Oh, that's cheeky. Didn't do anything though, but it did destroy the building with the Raketenwerfer inside. Oh, looks like the German T-44 is getting the upper hand. It's leading the advance now. And takes it out. So surprisingly, the German crew inside this T-34 is doing a little bit better than the Soviet one. Good use of the Boy, the Panzer. You do have some AT grenades still coming out. Didn't hit. And now there's actually nothing to stop it. This T-34 is on a rampage. Using its DPMs. Going down to the Soviets as they retreat. It's a grenade behind Mthis. Oh, the Soviets are just in a complete rout at the moment. Who would have guessed that the Boiler Panzer would do so much work? Actually destroying the heavy mortar as well. Not destroying that break really came back to hurt the Soviets in the ass, didn't it? Molotov on it. Trying to slow it down. Okay, another T-34 arriving here for the Soviet Union. Try and deal with this Boiler Panzer. Will be able to get away this time. Oh, it didn't even penetrate the rear. Now this truck might be in trouble. Oh, good shot there, crew dazed. This is also sitting around just to be sure. But this time the Russian T-34 won out. No more units from the glider by the looks of it, but it's still there. Lots of rifleers come out here from the Grenadier. And also we have a Stuck G and a Command Panzer 4J. M-Chen on the flank here. Katusha as well has arrived. Like it's all been used, I just missed it. It's probably where all these craters are from. No further armor here for the Fallschirmjägers. They've been relying inside that Boiler Panzer they got. Pioneers have managed to push pretty far up though. Intriguing little match here, I like it. Over here's the shock troopers, mowing on those Pioneers in seconds. Panzer 4J pushing up here. They can take out that CIS team. Looks sitting up behind. Just need to kill one more gunner. Looks like the Russians are going to move some infantry though. Gonna force the Germans to back off. And we'll have the fight continuing here with the shock troopers inside the building, but there's not a lot of cover in that building at the moment. Especially against double machine gun. Oh, flamethrowers. Unique upgrade to the Fontoviki here for Shock Army. Nice to see. A trick I like to do is actually use a universal carrier early and then pop a Fontoviki with a flamethrower inside. Get close and then jump out to cause some damage. That's a trick I like to do myself. Not much going on now. I'm enjoying this match. It's actually felt good to have a little bit of a break from Company of Heroes 2. Just some casting. You don't want to burn yourself out after all. It's quite important to do everything you like in moderation. And not make it like your job. It might be good if I slow down my schedule to not record every day. That might be much healthier for me, you know? Well, I suppose I'd like people's opinion on that, because I know people always want videos as fast as possible, but it might just be healthier for me to slow down the upload schedule. So I can focus on other stuff, you know? Especially with games that I actually want to play and record coming out. Maximum ring of fire on this side now? Yeah, to prevent some pioneers pushing up. Panzer's pushing up here for another Molotov. Get the Molotov off, that's gonna force the Fallschirmjägers out. Panzer 4-8 arriving for the Fallschirmjägers, that might help them. MT ready to make its move. And Lieutenant sitting up inside the church. Pretty large church, by the way. Might become an HQ at some point, I imagine. Just get spotted the Panzer 4 down here. There's something here to stop the Panzer 4. And Fontoviki don't want to move out. There's an MG42 after all. Oh, you can see how much damage that did so quickly. MG42 is so scary. HE-76 arriving here. Could be switched to use high explosives only, which makes it really good at dealing with entrenched positions. Probably would be the right call in this situation, but a lot of people forget it can do that. Fallschirmjäger's popping inside the building. Now it's switching, but it's already been hit now by a pack. Backs up for some repairs. Katyusha rockets firing in on the German side. Doing a fair amount of damage. The man tank pushing up to try and hunt down the MG, I think. Almost trying to. Light aim to guns also surviving now for the Wehrmacht Infanterie. Try and push back the Soviets out here. The Germans keep using the buildings. People might be in trouble here. Yep, got taken out on the crew by the pack. Ooh, not sure what the HE-76 is doing. Not in pack range yet, but the pack is moving up. That might be that issue, and indeed it is. Turks have lost a lot of stuff at the moment. But they're still threatening the German front line down here. Well, up here at this point. Leipzigon has to be pulled back. Or cleared out anyway. But Germans still hold most of the town and are threatening the Shock Army's position. D-45 is being prepared here by the Shock Army. Panzer 4-8 is pushing up aggressively though. The best version of the Panzer 4 available to most German commanders, I'm pretty sure. And if you're playing as Fallschirmjäger, it's the best tank you get. You don't get better than the Panzer 4H. Shock troopers have no AT equipment, by the way, so I'm not sure what they're planning on. They might do a satchel charge. Didn't really work out. And they just got completely mowed down by both tanks. Shock Army is in a really bad spot now. And looks like the German Wehrmacht is going to take advantage of it. But 85 is almost ready. And we do see full take-up here for the motorist Velki as well. Looks like the Panzer 4s are going to go for a base attack. Eventually. Oh, we have a tank hunt on the flank. Catch that Panzerfaust destroys one. That's why you should have moved up your tanks when I need support. Because like a 3-man team like that can destroy one Panzer IV very easily. Dushka's in trouble though. And 85 is arriving. Dushka's gonna get decrewed here, I think. Oh, it might not. And we have an MG on the flank. It's a grenade, hits it and destroys it. Didn't even need the 85 to clear them out. Well, we have some Soviet paratroopers in front of Vicky, getting behind the line. MG42 is in trouble. But other MG42 could turn around to face them, and he did this. And we also have the command tank keeping an eye on this angle. Oh, that's a bad retreat back from the Soviet airborne. Is it? No, it's not as bad as it could be. I thought it would be worse. I don't think Fontovic is gonna make it though. Fallschirmjäger's down here against shock troopers. I think the shock troopers win at this range. And that's a dead Fallschirmjäger.
We are suffering losses.
Shock troopers are probably the best CQC infantry in the entire game if you equip them with full PPSHs. They absolutely shred anything. Well, anything that's flesh. Oh, MT needs to be cautious here. That's very close range. Pop smoke. We do for 8 on the flank as well. MT has to back off. Oh, we're not just gonna make it. Doctors moving up, probably needs to do a... Oh, there was a mine! A mine killed the shock troopers. Just be cautious. 85 could relocate to help. 8 is leading the advance. 85 could set up though. But 85 sucks when it's firing on the move. Like most Soviet and German vehicles. It's only the Allied vehicles like the Emcha, which is from the Western Allies, that actually is fairly accurate on the move, as I understand. Like Russian tanks are horrible when firing on the move. Oh, this might be good, not good for the 85. Yeah, critical hit right there, it has to back off. Not looking good for him at all. Light infantry guns opening fire. We got the HQ here at the Soviet Union. We do still have the glider up there though. Positions opening fire again. Hitting stuff out in the open field though, I don't think it's the best use of it. We also have an 85 arriving for the motor scroll key. 85 needs some repairs here quick.
Yes, comrade. Machine gun.
Soviets are still holding on. Just coming fire here on the Grenadiers. Oh, good job with the Dushka. But now there's Fallschirmjägers inside the building. And they are very accurate shots. '85 is almost ready to fight though. MT being repaired on the northern flank. 85 from the motor army present. Dushka has to pull back, got cleared out. And Pack can take shots here on the 85. Stuk G pushing up as well. No luck on the Pack, but the Stuk is gonna get a flanking shot. There we go. And then the Pack kills it.
We have lost one of our armored vehicles. Yes, comrade.
So the more Soviet airborne is being recruited here from the glider. MT is ready to be on the move. Stuk G is pushing up here alongside some pioneers. And Fallschirmjäger is preparing to push up as well with the FT-42s. There's very good shots on those tank hunters. I think I'm inside this building now.
We have a new Panzer IV. Clock
goes down. It's not looking good for the Soviet Union all of a sudden. Might they have lost the will to fight?
Da, comrade.
Not a lot is going on now from the Soviet angle of things. At least from the shock army. But the other Soviet player is definitely still trying here. The shock army is not doing anything. Don't tell me they've just like lost the will here. But the Soviets could still very much push back from this, I think. Just need to utilize their resources. Lots of shots going into the church here. Lots of like infantry gun shots. Ooh, demo chat set up here by the Soviets. Are they gonna clear out the wall? Here they are! Lots of Flammenwerfers going out here for the Wehrmacht. They're gonna try and clear out the town, I imagine. German is just not doing anything anymore. First we'll see this engagement here.
Encroaching on our territory.
Well, here comes the flamethrowers.
The enemy has killed another infantry squad.
And that's a lot of the Soviets right there. The Germans just not doing anything.
More of our
Not a good showing right there. Now the Germans are just gonna try and advance. I suppose we'll keep an eye on these tanks here to see if a little engagement happens.
now, comrade.
If not, I'm just gonna start speeding up time, I suppose. We'll just try to keep moving into the church. Then get up as their little flying position. So the Germans are just gonna go for full-on call-off now. I'm not sure if they have closed the pocket, because if they do, that's gonna just destroy everything over here.
Our HQ is under attack.
Let's try laying mines. Oh, they're not capturing the point. Oh, that was probably a little bit of a bad play. MCHA and 85 though is on the hunt against this Panzer 4H. But it does have Grenadier support. Grenadiers do have Panzerfaust though, and we have another Panzer. That's actually a Stücki nearby. Cover the flank. Not looking good for the Sherman. And there we go, that's the Soviet tanks destroyed. We can safely speed up time at this point, I think. They have closed the pocket. They do not, I think. Yeah, at this point the Soviets have just lost. They're not doing anything.
Panzer IV is ready for
It's just, did he just rage and just stay there and not do anything? That's not really the best of plays, I think, from German, but looks like we have a German victory here.
the enemy has cut off a sector.
Oh, they say sorry, okay.
By.
Oh, he had to do. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry, Jeevan. I didn't mean anything. But could you clear that up in the end? I'm sorry about that. Someone came up with their dog. Yeah, sorry I said anything wrong. It would have been nice if something was written earlier, like just so I didn't know. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this one. And I'll see you in the next one, everyone. Bye bye.